a coffee shop up here. How about we go there?
Yeah, that'll be great. It'll be, yeah, take a load off and have a chat.
Yes. Are you excited about it?
Oh, yes.
Yes?
PR is always what I've, studied and wanted to work in, and especially working back at Parkinson House,
That's right.
It's very sentimental to me.
Yes, it was your mother's company.
Yeah, so I think, just helping you with the promotion and everything of Parkinson's House and getting that all sorted for you is exciting.
I want to give it a new lease of life because it's just been too long running to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I bet Jeff's not happy about you running the joint.
No, he's not, but, he thinks women can't do things, but I'll show him. I'll show him.
Of course you can.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know that I'm really uncomfortable with this rivalry between you and David, my father. And I just really don't like that Sebastian's working for him. With him, I'm working with you, and, Sebastian and I, are close, more so since he got back from Paris, and I don't know where this is going to go, but it's making me really unhappy.
I don't know where it's going to lead either, but you know what? I'm trying to keep the family together. Unity, that's what I'm trying to do. I want to continue with my work. I want to continue with the demolition. So I don't know if you're going to take sides. I'm happy either way for you. I've got some really good news to look forward to. Your marriage to Sean. To me that's very, very important, and I'm pleased about that. The thing is, you can still have a good relationship, working relationship with your brother, but the point is, the problem that we are experiencing is between David and I, not you.
How dangerous are they?
They're pretty ferocious.
Really?
Don't put your finger in there, we'll chew it off. It's like a piranha. How you been, mate?
Well, it's getting there,
You
getting
travelling
there.
okay?
Yeah. And, well, I mean, congratulations,
Oh, yeah,
announcement of you wedding.
Thank you, but
Second time, the good one,
well,
I hope.
second time lucky.
You have to make it right this time.
But mate, be strong, buddy. I know you've gone through a hard time, and it's hard out there. But I think it's time that you got your confidence back up and went back out there. You're still young. You've got your whole life ahead of you. So I think you can really meet someone nice. Yeah.
I'm not into thinking of a relationship at this stage, but it's good to have a family around,
Well, if you ever need support, mate, you ever need me, mate, or someone to talk to, you gotta grab a beer, just give me a call.
Yeah. You know that we named the soap, the new soap production, the latest soap that's been selling millions to
right?
China.
Awesome.
We name it Sharon.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's been very successful. It's working well, and I think I need this, this around me, and
So this is like her living on.
a legacy.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
What she contributed to Kelly's growth is tremendous. I was thinking of the neighbours. Do you see them often?
Oh, just every now and then, not all the time. Enough to say hi in passing. They're nice people though.
Well, I mean, yeah, but thanks to Jose, who was here when Deb had the accident.
So
She lost the baby, so thanks Jose to be here.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
I'm always wondering, was it really a coincidence? Because this guy rocked up, and at the Purple Grove, and believe it or not, he was related to my wife.
Really?
His brother was Sharon's father, so he's Sharon's uncle.
Is that
I don't
right?
think it's a coincidence.
Wow.
But, I mean,
So
call
you
me
think-
foolish, but I don't think it's a coincidence. He's just moved in next to Deb.
I can't believe it. How in the hell could you marry David? He won't make you happy. What's wrong with you?
Well, what do you know about happiness? You had me locked up in the penthouse for years.
I did that because I was looking after your welfare. Without Purple Grove, you wouldn't have lasted.
You were the one that drove him to drinking and pushed him away, and you thought he was going to be a threat to Purple Grove. We're going to try and take you down.
I'm not going to allow her to destabilise what we're doing here.
What are we doing here?
I've got to get something done about this, and I want some dirt dug up about her. You heard her the other day. She's becoming a lot more powerful now, and I cannot allow her to influence and threaten the loss of Purple Grove. Well, the point was that there was another guy that she was married to. It only lasted a week, but the point is she was underage.
I thought you didn't want to go down there. Are you telling me there could be another child involved that is not yours?
I need some dirt dug up on her.
That's my specialty.
I've just had the worst day. David and Jeff, they just keep fighting and knocking heads over everything,
What's going
every
on then?
decision. It was so bad that I had to blackmail David.
What? What do you mean?
Just to try and bring some kind of peace to everything. And that's not me, you know, that's not what I'm like. And I just can't believe I feel like I'm forced to take drastic action like that to just stop them. You know, and it's really weighing on my mind, and it doesn't sit comfortably with me at all.
I'm sure, of course, it doesn't. Yeah. So what are you going to do about it? What would your mother Penelope do if she was still alive? Because this is her vision. If she was still alive, what would she want? Would she want the healthcare centre, or would she want the plantation Olive Grove? So I think that the answer lies there. What would she want? You know, that was her vision, and I think you should follow what her vision was, and then I think that would be the answer for everyone.
Purple Grove's gate. Who would have thought there would be one day such a split between the health center and the olive oil factory and plantation? I wouldn't have thought we would go into such a feud, Dad.
No, well, I didn't think so either, but I need your help. Your sister and I doesn't hold me in high regard, okay?
That's mainly because she's taking a dad's side, you know?
Yeah, well, I need you to reason with her so that she doesn't dig more deeply into the feud between my brother and me. I don't want her. I need you to reason with her just to stop.
We all involved, Dad. We've got all our feet and hands in this mud, in this murky hole that we have created ourselves with this plantation. I cannot understand why we've got such a feud lasting longer and longer.
Well,
I can try and talk to her, but I've started a therapy with your wife.
hey, and what's this about the funny neighbours around Deb? This one's skulking around the place. She never used to have anything to do with the Robinsons much, and now every time you turn around, she's there.
Accidentally ran over Deb and her husband, Jose, help out, was on the scene and look after Deb. So I guess they feel like quite involved. But I can understand you don't like her much because she knows also some of your past, you know, and the scandal in the bar with Uncle Alex. So
Yeah.
no doubt that she holds pressure on you.
You're doing stunning work on the extension of the East Wing. Just look fabulous.
Oh, it certainly has come up.
Yeah, well, I'll leave that to you. But what's your thoughts about Nick being back and around?
Oh, don't you worry about Nick. I'll take care of him, just like I did his sister.
I'm sure you will.
What's your purpose for coming to visit
Well, I
this time?
wouldn't come for you any other reason except after I saw that bloody picture of Elvira with my brother in bed in the paper. Can you believe it? I think it's the bitch. It's about time we did, and then my brother, it's about time we did something about him, I think. Finished him off once and for all.
Elvira's not here. She's gone to Tasmania to wind up the shop over there, the business. And,
What about David the bastard?
well, again, we're going to have to deal with him.
Do you know where the bastard is?
Yes, David's at the lake house.
Well, that's where I'm going to head to now. Over and done with.
I'm coming.
Hey, Nina.
How are you?
Hey. It's nice to see you around Purple Grove. I was looking at this view, this magnificent view. Shaza and I, we were spending so much time here together, you know.
So, do you think you're ready for me to help you? Do you think?
It's tough. I don't know how much time I need and how long it will take. You know, everywhere I see Sharon. She put a footprint
Yes.
so deeply since we reopened the olive oil factory. Yeah. It hasn't been easy, Nina.
Oh, look, I know it's not easy, but you just have to start.
Okay, what does it involve? What do I need to do?
Well, we'll sit down and just go over a few things and just maybe try and give you some stuff to do to keep your mind off it and yeah.
If we just sit down, that will resolve my issue?
No, not really. You have to, you know, you've got to occupy yourself with other projects as well. I can't sort of help you all the way, but just give you guidance and just be there for you if you want to talk.
What about the book? Have you heard anything about that?
No, I haven't heard anything further about the book, but you and Aunt Claire, you just keep asking me about it. Like, are you worried about something that might be in there?
No, I'm not worried. I mean, you know what I'm like. I keep everything close and I keep the family together. Well, listen, there's something else.
Yep.
It's about time I actually congratulated you for real this time. Congratulations on the wedding news.
Thank you.
Right, well, thank you very much for bringing all your information. I've got that here, thank you. To be honest, I just don't think I've got enough information to make a decision on. So, in all honesty, I really cannot base a decision on this information. It's not sufficient.
This isn't good. How long is it going to take?
Well,
I mean, we've
as
got
I-
to have progress here.
Yeah, to get progress, you're going to have to get me more in-depth information. It's not enough. I mean, Seniors Week is on. There's a lot of competition out there, and there's a lot of people putting up facilities. And the numbers you've given me at the moment just don't stack up. And yours, well, you know, one soap, one shampoo, whatever. It's not enough. There's a lot of competition out there in the market. Sharon, okay, from our point of view, it's a lovely remembrance, but it's not exactly a catchy name.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do a lot better than that. And,
yeah.
you know, let's face it, hard facts. It's got to be a really marketable thing, and as we stand, I don't see it being a success that you think it might be with these figures.
Well, thanks very much. This has got us nowhere. We're at a blockade. It's not good enough. We need to move on.
I'm trying to make a business decision based on facts, figures.
Claire, I'm going to let you off the hook
How are you going to do that?
because I'm going to vote with my brother.
How did you manage that? You never agree.
Let's face it, we're not getting any younger, and I guess more beds for people like my brother and I are a good thing, so that's why I'm voting for it.
Actually, to be perfectly honest, I am really a little bit more in favour of doing the East Wing, because I do think in the long term it's going to be more profitable than trees, unfortunately for the environment, but that's the way it swings.
Yeah.
It's for you now.
Well, that's easy. I'll start on the demolition right away.
Okay, well what I want to make sure is though, we have no animosity over our decision.
Animosity? None whatsoever.
How did you end up getting the whole management of Parkinson House?
Well, it's a complicated story, I must say.
No doubt.
I mean, you know the twins, they owned it.
Yeah.
And Patricia, when she died, she had shares given to me. That's how I got it. And then, like, when the business got in a bit of strife there, I put some more money in there, you know, to invest more money, and I just happened to get the lot.
Well, that's very clever for someone who was locked into the penthouse for many months. Very clever, Nina.
That's right. You know, I wasn't sitting there doing nothing.
Your mind was still working, and that's what I like in you. Auntie Claire!
Yes, come in. In here.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Pet. Come sit down.
So thanks, I think it's time we talk about the book.
It's been very difficult to get hold of you.
Yeah, well, I've been busy, as you know, with sorting out Sharon's case, you know, her ashes, then going back to Cochin and sort out the...
And is everything sort of fixed
yeah,
up
and
now?
then back to the factory with Dad. I mean, I haven't stopped. So, and then the shock about this book, you know.
You must be exhausted.
Yeah, and since I've been to Noumea to get this book, honestly, I've been quite concerned.
Have they done a print run? Or is it just the manuscript?
That's a manuscript, it's locked. And I know I just need to see with a publishing company. I think the easy way is to go with Nina, who's at the head of Parkinson House.
Right. Well, you better have a look through and see what's in it.
We can't until the publication. That's the will.
Right.
The codicil. You know, no one is allowed to read the book until
Ahead
it's
of time.
published.
Right. My goodness.
I remember Mum. She was a good writer.
She was very talented. She was multi-talented.
But you are talented too, Auntie Claire.
Oh, a little.
Yeah, you are.
Hey,
And,
look who's talking. You're the artist and you've got a good hand with writing and you're a good businessman.
Oh, I'm just starting writing, yeah. But maybe I got that from Mum.
Yes.
I remember when she told me about the book. Total drama.
I've known for a little while.
You knew?
Yes, unfortunately.
But why didn't you tell me, Mum?
It's too hard. I put him in the too hard basket. I just cannot be bothered talking about him. All he's doing is coming here to cause trouble.
So what is he doing now?
Well, he's taking me to court.
Really?
And
For the When Doves Can Fly?
Yes, yes. Like, it's an ego thing with him. Always has been. My sister was very unpredictable, and maybe we can come up with some ideas. What is this book about? Where is it going? Who is it hitting? Who's being targeted?
How many years did she spend?
Is it a
writing?
novel? Is it true to life? Is it just her opinions? What is it?
know, but everyone seems very concerned about this book, you know, wanting to know what it is. For me, I just want to respect her wish. This is what she wanted, and she would expect me to do so.
Well, we have to.
Regardless of it's going to destroy lives or talk about thieves, or it's a drama, it's a novel, or that's reality TV.
You know, we could be all going down the wrong track. It might just be a very wonderful novel. But
why would it be then forbidden for us to read the content? For sure, I need to talk to Nina to find out, you know, the terms of the publishing agreement, because how can they publish something without reading the content?
I don't know. And who's paying for it all? And is that
Oh, it's all money left in
in the will?
the wheel. You know, it's all in motion, ready to go. It's like there was a pre-agreement signed many, many years ago with the Parkinson House.
Oh, it sounds sinister to me. I wonder if we're all in for a bit of a surprise.
Do you think there could be something that would damage our reputation or Pepper Grove?
Well, thanks for inviting me. I'm surprised with what's gone on between us.
Why?
Oh, you're really nice.
Well, look, you haven't done everything wrong. What I want to say is I appreciate you helping Sebastian with the therapy. He's in a delicate place at the moment, so I appreciate what you're doing.
Well, I mean, you know, he lost the 2 wives. Yeah, look, he needed to have a bit of therapy and to be there for him, you know, so it was the least that I could do for him.
The situation is with you, you're not such a bad person like I said. You are very caring, and I mean the way you looked after Deb regarding the accident, and the way you're looking after Sebastian.
I was part of this family for a long time, and what you and I had and whatever happened there, it's got nothing to do with the rest of the family. So what do you think about Jose being around?
Well, you know, he and the Grundys have got a past. The situation is you've got a case where Sam Grundy was part of Elvira's life, hence the connection.
Well, as long as he makes Elvira happy, you know, that's fine. I'm glad for her.
The Legs house. I never thought I'd be back after what happened here, like a blast from the past. Sharon. It's all coming back to me now. What a hell of a roller coaster of life you had. She went with you for 4 years while you were living in the States, practicing surgery, you know. Can't believe it. You've done a lot.
Correct.
Are you proud of the years you've done?
I am very proud of the years I've done. Should I be?
Yeah, why not? Everyone has a different journey, different destiny. And I lost my dear Shaza and Sharon. And life will never be the same. There's still a big question mark, you know. Why did she come here at the lake's house? You know, beautiful lake in front of us, but why did she come here?
Peace and quiet.
Do you remember the time when we went, you and I, to the ball? You convinced me to go to the ball.
Yes, I have photographs to prove it.
The final touch. Yeah, what a good moment we had. I didn't want to wear this dress. I'm sorry, I've never been a drag queen. Anyway, it hasn't worked out, you know. And then here we are. You know. And Sharon was in this house, spending some time away from her kids, from me, and she's been found dead in the lake.
You can blame Siren for that, can't you?
Yes, I know.
Very sad.
So how's your day been?
No good. I've had a really bad day. I don't know what I'm going to do about it. I lost part of the battle.
Right.
Deb was putting a whole lot of pressure on me, and I gave in to her, to my brother's advantage. And I don't know what we're going to do. I feel really shitty about this.
Well, you know, I've got that trump card, publishing that book of Penelope's, but I do need Sebastian's approval first.
Oh, so you really still want to go ahead with that?
Yeah, I do.
Wonder what's going to come out of that.
I'm sure it will be explosive.
I hope so, because I couldn't be more happy to see my brother dragged through the shit.
This is the lake's house where you've been spending or hiding yourself.
So did you
Or
know that
friends.
I always had a key here?
No, I didn't know. How come
Yes.
you end up having a key?
My mother gave me a key to the lake's house. My brother really doesn't know that story, so I don't think he needs to know that. But now that my life is destroyed in Sydney and I've got nothing to live for in Sydney, I think I should go to the lake's house.
And how do you explain that Sharon was found nearby in the water of the lake's house?
Because a duplicate key was made for her by my brother apparently, and she came here to rejuvenate and to get her act together because she was very disturbed and she had a lot of people speaking into her ear that didn't need to, and one being my brother, and look what happened. She just couldn't take it any longer, even coming here to this house.
Yeah, so it's looking pretty good. So
It is,
this
yes.
is going to be like a recreation area, so you know they can play,
Okay.
you know, cards and chess. You know, relax, listen to
Be-
music.
it'd be
so
lovely for
so
them.
yeah, it's coming along. Still got a little bit more to do, but pretty happy so far.
Yeah. Hey, what's happening with Elvira these days? You know, sometimes she's up in the penthouse, then she's wandering the grounds. Well, what's happening there?
Oh, look, you know, she just needs a bit of downtime at the moment and away from drama. I mean, what happened like with Hank and Byron and Jose Grundy, you know, it's really taken a toll on her. She's feeling really fragile and really vulnerable. So Dad's just looking out for her. And while she can be on the grounds, in the penthouse, you know, she can still get outside into the gardens, but without that added stress of what's going on with all the dramas.
And she feels safe there, I suppose.
Just trying to protect her. Look, don't worry, please. Rest assured, we're keeping an eye on her, we're taking care of her. And that's what Dad's about. He's just here to look after everyone. You know, that's what he does. And we'll make sure she's okay. But, you know, please don't worry so much about her.
I'll see it when I believe it. As usual, he's got control over everyone.
All right, well, how about we agree to disagree, but no negative thoughts. So come on, I want to show you a little bit more that we've done down here.
Oh, okay.
You know, you had me worried for a minute.
Did I?
Yes.
What was that?
Well, it almost felt like you were going to vote against me.
Oh, do you know that I really, business-wise, thought your proposition was much better, really. I mean, trees, come on.
Well, if it wasn't for me forcing David to agree with me, we wouldn't have got this far.
I probably would have come down on your side because I have to appear to be impartial and I have to try. However, trees aren't going to do it. You know, the environment, yes, We all would love to be idealistic, but really, we have to look at the profit, and it's going to be in a care facility.
Like I said, you had me worried. I mean, you're like your sister, quite malicious.
Oh, really? You know, my sister this, my sister that. You know, when I was pregnant with my Malaysian friend, and you know, you abandoned me. You really loved Penelope. I was just a sex object for you.
That's not true. It has been difficult for me to choose. However, I think now you know where we stand. Don't you?
Oh, all right, darling. I know.
Get rid of Sharon, get rid of Nick. You know, you behind all this. Are you going to say the truth or not? Are you going to admit you're behind it all?
No. I've just had enough of everything.
Meaning?
Meaning that I don't want anything to do with any of you anymore. My mother gave me things. My brother took it all away from me.
It's still the same song, old songs. Hank is a bad guy and you're the good guy and the cottage should have been yours.
Yes, correct. I refuse to believe anything different. That's what happened. And everybody screwed over. Byron, everybody.
So you were prepared to get rid of my wife because she's in the middle of your path to
I didn't
get
say
this
that I was
cottage.
getting rid of her.
I hope you get that on your conscience.
I never said I was going to get rid
hope you get that
of
on
her.
your conscience and
You believe what you want to believe.
you can finish by yourself in this lake's house if you want. That's all you've got left.
That's fine. Come back. Come back. I didn't mean what I said. I wasn't the one that killed Sharon. You believe that I killed Sharon, so come back and talk about it. I better make a call and see where I can get him back. I don't know where my glasses are, but, you know, I'm sure I can read the numbers here to call back.
I still have to convince Sebastian, you know, to get it printed, even though that was the wishes of his mother. He's not sure yet. The passing away of Sharon, I don't really want to pressure him, but sooner or later we're going to have to talk about it.
Did you know much about my mother when she was working here? I mean...
Well, yeah, look, she was a very strong lady, very strong, and she just wanted to build up that business and succeed. But then she disappeared, and I don't know where she went to.
See, I know there was lots of struggles with Mum because, you know, with Mum being white and Dad being of, you know, a different race,
Yeah.
it was just always a struggle for her. She always, you know, fought to be strong within the community and for the family and stuff like that. So, you know, I just wanted to find out just more of the type of woman she was.
The business sort of went down a little bit. She convinced me to invest in it. She taught me so much, you know, for being a woman and how to sort of get ahead, and, you know, about Jeff, how he was with me, you know, not a very nice person. She taught me how to stand up for myself.
All those years wouldn't have been successful if she hadn't met your brother Sam. And I don't know if your brother ever told you this story. Your brother had a gun, an old gun that was given by your grandfather in the 19th century, or great-great-grandfather. And when they were both working together in real estate, they wanted to buy a land in Blackheath. And Sam would have thrown the gun, you know, as far as he could have done it. And he said, wherever it falls, this is the size of the land we're going to buy. And it happened to be the cottage. This land was bought later by Hank, and they built up the cottage where he thinks you deserve something back, to pay you back for the contribution of your brother. Because in this land, there were opals buried in the mine. And she said, if I can hand them back to you, or part of it anyway, to hand back to you, to thank you and Sam for all those years. In a sense, Sam remains, you know, in the land.
To tell you, I'm rather busy.
You see that? My father died. He left a will. In that will, I found a certain amount of power, which at first,
Good for you.
I was happy about, and I had no thought in destroying you with this information that I have, because you worked in your council. You left some information, but then I thought about you and about the money you've used from the citizens to establish your own hotel. So what I've...
Hold it. What makes you think I've used anybody's money except my own?
I have the document. I have proof. My father
Yes.
worked with you.
Everybody's out to find fault with their politicians.
Yes, but when you have the actual documents in hand,
I want to be pretty convincing documents.
well, with me.
Well, show them to me, because, I mean, a jailbird say so. Let's face it, that's what you are, a jailbird.
Well, I've only one brother.
It's been a long time.
It has. We have some problems though.
What are they? I've stopped drinking now.
You must keep that very, very quiet. If that comes out, we'll have a disaster.
What's the problem? What's the matter?
Somebody knows about you. Somebody has managed to find out about your drinking problem, and they also know how we overcame it. They know where I got the money from. I was in a position of power. I used some of the money, as you know, to help you recuperate and get through.
But Penelope, that was so long ago.
I know, it's a long time ago, but I'm afraid it went to my head, the position and the power, and I couldn't help myself. I used some more of the money to build up the hotel so that we'd have a future, so that I'd have some security. I didn't know what else to do.
What can I do for you?
I've decided to forget everything, to forgive. Mainly because of David. I decided that this would affect him. Him being like working in your hotel. And I don't want that to happen.
I suppose it's better we get on with our lives.
I'm glad you think that way too.
Well, I was never one to harbour a grudge, and despite all that's happened, what else can we do? We have to move forward.
Does this gun remind you something?
Yes. They belong to Sharon's father.
Yes. I need an explanation about that. This gun, and there was a letter with it. And I found out actually a couple of things. I've been quite amazed.
Well, what was in the letter?
You know that I could shoot you.
Yeah, go ahead if you want. Well, what was in the letter?
This gun is a golden gun.
What's it mean?
This gun was coming from Sharon's great-great-great-grandfather. So what's the story behind this gun?
Okay, the story behind that gun, Sharon's father offered me that gun. I could not accept it because he wanted to marry me. There was the condition, if I take that gun, it means I'm, you know,
his wife.
I'm going to be his wife. I'm accepting a proposal.
When
His
was that?
proposal. Oh, this was when I was still a virgin. I was too young.
I don't think I deserve this gun. This gun is a proof of love between two human beings, and I think this gun should come back to you.
Oh, hi, Nick. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. You know, good to see you. How are you?
Yeah. Oh, great, great. been happening with you?
It's been one of those days, you know, just I've come from seeing Sonia, and you know, seeing her in jail is just, it's depressing, you know, but I guess you've got to pay for your crimes, so, but you know, life has to go on.
You seem a bit down, or the dynamics has changed, not so excited now being at Parkinson. Well, is it because we're renting the space to UTS and people are coming and going, or what?
It is a little bit distracting with so many people going, you know, through the building, in and out all the time. It is distracting, but, you know, I guess, you know, sometimes I question, why do I bother? What am I meant to do? You know, it's like, do I concentrate and continue what I'm doing? I just, you know, sometimes feel like I've lost complete interest in the whole project.
No, I think there's something else that's, you know, bothering you. What is it?
You see, I think I've met somebody.
Okay, yeah.
I think I'm falling in love with him. And I don't know if you know him, Bill Saunders. He was a friend of Sebastian's a while back.
Son.
Yes.
Beautiful bird.
No, I don't know.
Hi, it's me. Oh, hang on, there's somebody at the door. Hank, what are you doing here? What do you want? What's this all about? Hey, it's me. I just need to talk to you, but hang on, this...
That was David. Actually, I wanted to show you, you know, when I went to visit him at the lake house,
Yes.
he gave me a letter for you. I know that you guys, you're not seeing each other anymore. We hardly hear from him. But when I went to the lake house, he said, can you please give this letter to Alvira? What is this flower you've been wearing on your ear since this morning?
Oh yeah, it's Polynesian thing, you know, you wear flowers on near ears.
When were you last in Polynesia?
Oh, many years ago, but I just thought...
You were still a toddler or a kid?
No, I was 14, 15 last time I went there. I was born there.
Oh, yeah, it's true. This is why.
But I moved to Fiji. We moved to Fiji when we were young and went to boarding school there and went back and then back again. You know, went to Tonga and then went back to Fiji again, and then that's how we got to Australia.
Yeah, I mean, Granddad was in the Navy, so I understand why. You were certainly brought up in Polynesia different from, because Granddad was in the Navy, but I know Uncle Jeff and my dad were not. Okay, so David gave me this letter last time, a couple of days ago when I went to the lake house, and I left this morning, and this is why I wanted to show you that this is for you. This is what he said. Please, I don't know what it was obviously prepared for you when he said before I left, or the night before, he said, can you give that to Alvira?
Now, this is a love letter. He's still in love with me.
Okay. What does he say? What does he want?
Well, he wants us to get back together, but he's my past. I've closed that and closed off him. I don't want to get involved with anyone.
Yeah, I mean, how long are you going to be between those two men?
Well,
you know?
that's over. I'm not getting back with either one of them. So that's it. It's a lovely letter. That's really beautiful. But that's it. That's all it is. He's my past, and so is him. I'm enjoying what I'm doing in my life right now.
I understand. I mean, you always been very secretive about your life and your past. I mean, I always remember you single, basically, even back the time you were married to Hank, because you spent a lot of time with us at Purple Grove, you know, and you were, going over the weekend simply to most of the time, or 4 days out of 7, pretty much to spend with Hank.
Yeah, well, that's the past. I don't have any feelings for either one of them. So.
But don't you want to go and visit Hank in Orange as a friend?
Oh, as a friend it's different, but I think he knows that now that we will never get back together. No doubt he's moved on, or who knows.
He was a big part of your life.
Yeah, so was David. But can we talk about something else?
Sure.
You know, what we just talked about is the past, and that's it. Okay, I've got so much to tell you about the business, because that's my new life now.
And get out of your life completely, and everybody else's as well.